So, guys, today I want to talk about high blood pressure. I know this is something that most people heard about. Definitely, maybe you have been told, maybe your parent or someone aged has high blood pressure, and you don't really know maybe much about high blood pressure. So, I want to make high blood pressure very understandable. If you have ever seen, you've been to a Mjengo site and seen the kind of pump they use to draw water from one point into the construction site, or if you've been to a farm and seen how the synthetic uh, tube or pipe that goes from the water point all the way to where you want it to be, sometimes you might hear one of the people controlling that pump saying ongeza pressure, add more pressure. And then if you look keenly, that pipe usually bulges, and if there are cracks or holes within it, the water just shoots so high. So when your body has high blood pressure, like when you have high blood pressure, it's like the pump, which now is your heart, increases the force within the blood vessels, which is that pipe. That pipe resembles your blood vessels, particularly the arteries. So when you have high blood pressure, it means that your arteries are full almost to the brim, and that means your heart, which now is the pump, has to work very hard to send the water away or to literally pump the water away. And what does that have? Most of the time, if you look at that pipe, it will have more holes after the pumping, it will have cracks, and that type of thing. It usually weakens. That's exactly what happens in your body when you have high blood pressure. There's a highly likelihood that you will be having tears in your arteries, especially the ones that the thin arteries that go, let's say, to your brain or to other organs which are very delicate organs, let me say that. And that's why stroke comes in, because the arteries, the capillaries, the small arteries that go into your brain, they're very small. So if there's a lot of pressure being pumped, blood is being pumped through them, then what you have are ruptures of that blood vessel. If that blood vessel ruptures, it will leak, blood will leak out, and then what you have is a stroke. So how does high blood pressure come in? Now that we're not drawing anything like in the pump or stuff. High blood pressure comes when you have a lot of sugars and salts in your blood. So when you have a lot of sugars and salts in your blood, what happens is you water holds on to the salts and sugars in your blood, and then they tend to increase the volume of blood within your arteries. So that's why we give up the relationship or the likelihood with the pipe. At the time when you have a lot of salts in your blood, water is being drawn either from drinking, you'll have a lot of thirst, and also water is being drawn from the endocrine cells within your body into the blood. So your blood vessels get jammed, they're so heavy with a lot of blood inside, so the heart has to pump really hard to send the blood away. In that pumping, you have a likelihood that uh, blood will, your blood vessels, the arteries will tear, or you might actually have tears within your heart. Medical practitioners have a lot to say about that, but that is the basic understanding of high blood pressure. A lot of salts in your blood stream, a lot of water is being drawn from your cells into the blood to dilute it for filtration in the kidneys to form urea. Basically, the excretion process draws a lot of water from your body cells and from what you drink, so that a lot of the blood volume increases. And that's how you get high blood pressure. If you don't eat a lot of salts, don't eat a lot of sugar, you won't have much salts or sugars in your bloodstream. And so your blood volume will literally remain normal and only fluctuate when you drink water, increases, but then the osmotic balance is achieved optimally, so your blood pressure stays normal level. So if you didn't understand blood pressure, how it works, this is a basic video and a basic explanation of what high blood pressure is. Stay tuned next time for low blood pressure.